Today, millions of people are editing like pros, without training and without studios. This is the story of how we went from cutting film in dark rooms to cutting shorts and TikToks before going to sleep. A story where editing stopped being a tool and became the language of the internet. Let's rewind and trace how video editing evolved from an elite skill to something everyone carries in their pocket. It started on a couch, in a bedroom, on a webcam. No lights, no editing, no plan. This was early YouTube, 2006. The golden age of cats playing piano and videos called My Thoughts on Stuff. By that time, we did have digital cameras and had stopped using film rolls for a while. But computers at that time looked like this.
Just how easy it is for you to become an internaut.
They were not as powerful as today and could not smoothly process video editing. Plus, editing software was either too complicated or too expensive. So video producing was basically like a film roll, only with a digital camera. You just film your scenes, cut them, and you're done. And as years passed, computers became more and more powerful. Internet speed was no longer the nightmare it was. And you could easily upload or watch a video without having to wait for hours. Yes, there was a time where downloading a 3-minute song could take a whole night. Storage capacities exploded and went from a couple of megabytes to terabytes. People could share more videos, and more content was massively available to everyone. And then things started to change. Not the platform, not the gear, the edit. Suddenly, creators were cutting mid-sentence, mid-breath. It was fast, messy. This was the jump cut. Jump cuts became the grammar of YouTube, the unwritten rule. Don't waste time. If it didn't keep your attention, it didn't belong in the video. Editing stopped being invisible. And for years, it worked. But then, the screen shrank, and the attention span snapped. And the next platform didn't give you 10 minutes to make your point. It gave you 6 seconds. And that changed everything. When Vine launched in 2013, it sounded like a joke. 6-second videos? That's barely breathing. But that limitation became the fuel. No intros, no context, just impact. And the result? A brand new editing style. Punch-in cuts to create sudden close-ups for exaggeration.
You said I could be anything.
Camera movement.
What's it like to be a sex?
Or smash cuts, which create abrupt transitions for surprise. But most importantly, Vine brought time efficiency. Every second had to hit, and it made silence awkward. And when Vine died in 2016, its edits didn't die with it. And creators brought it with them to Instagram, to Twitter, and eventually to the app that would take Vine's DNA and weaponize it, TikTok. And this time, the sound came first. We've all been mesmerized by those TikTok tracks. TikTok didn't just allow music, it centered content around it. Recognizable songs, trending audio, memeable clips, all built into the app. Music became the scaffolding of the video. It set the pace. Sound wasn't just background anymore, it was blueprint. Another thing that came with TikTok, the text. TikTok elevated subtitles from utility to design element. On-screen text became big, bold, and animated, timed to dialogue, lyrics, or punchlines. Captions didn't just clarify, they guided the viewer's attention. In fast scrolling feeds, styled text meant retention, and retention meant survival. And finally, the editing. TikTok pushed editing techniques to the extreme, all in service of one goal: retention, jump cuts, masked transitions, zooms, captions, sound effects, and also those tricky techniques like seamless loops. You know, those loops that make you watch it several times before realizing it. But I should also mention that many of the viral videos on TikTok are not the result of editing, but rather a content that is just great in itself. Anyway, a couple of years after TikTok, a giant came into the scene. In 2020, YouTube launched the Shorts format. And this time, it had a better revenue system for creators. It paid more than 5 times in monetization than TikTok. So creators started using editing techniques even more to grow their channels and their monetization revenues. Retention became a trending keyword in tutorial searches, and more content creators were dedicated to offer techniques and classes to learn how to edit like a pro. And editing, once exclusive to a few, became accessible to all. And while TikTok changed how we edit, tools like CapCut changed who could edit. Free, mobile-friendly, and loaded with templates, CapCut brought advanced techniques, beat syncing, motion tracking, text effects into everyone's pocket. And now, what's next? The next evolution won't come from humans. It'll come from AI. Just in the last couple of months, you could transform an image into any style you wanted. Your imagination is the limit. You can now also create some very realistic short clips using AI. Here I'm using Leonardo AI, a new feature that just came out called Video. With a simple prompt describing the scene and the style, and a couple of minutes of patience, you get really good clips. And they're not glitchy like they used to be just a couple of months ago. AI has really progressed on the video aspect, even on some very difficult styles, like The Simpsons, which it pulls off very well, I have to say.
I can also make my AI voice sing. It just took me a couple of clicks and it was done. I don't know what's coming.
AI capacities will not cease to impress us. Soon the tools won't just help you edit, they'll edit for you. I tried with a simple prompt to try and create basic scenes using AI, and I have to admit, they're not that bad for the time they took. I'm sure with some will, one could create a masterpiece using only generated clips. The detail is great, character consistency is also great, and camera shots seem to work very well. I can feel the difference, because I've been trying to generate clips for a while now, and as you can see, well, let's just say they weren't as good. Anyway, it is certain that AI is the next revolution, and in the same way that YouTube, Vine, and TikTok change the way we consume content, AI will also do the same. So in the following months or years, we should be expecting major productions done only with AI. In the same way we saw cartoons put into movies, or blockbuster 3D animations that changed the standards. AI will also make its breakthrough in the film industry, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. I've been wanting lately to start making short documentaries. I started this channel because I was passionate about video editing and loved making videos. CapCut was the ideal tool for me, and I started sharing my discoveries and what I learned. There is also another passion I have: facts, history, science, and many other topics that I feel short documentaries would be a great fit. I have plenty of ideas in mind. If you agree with this slight change of directions in the channel, please let me know in the comment section. I will continue to post tutorials on video editing for beginners, as I promised when I created this channel. Let's just say this short documentaries idea will be a parallel one. Let me know what you think. Cheers!